Goldilocks and the Three Bears Story. Once upon a time, there was a large and clean meadow next to a beautiful forest. Inside this meadow there was a small hut where Mama Bear, Papa Bear and Baby Bear lived. Each of the bears has a bed to sleep, a chair to sit and a bowl to eat porridge. One morning, when the sun was rising, Mama and Papa Bear woke up to prepare breakfast. The little bear woke up, looked out the window. He came down the stairs happily like lightning. The little bear cried, "Mom! Dad! Look!" The baby bear pointed out the window. It was incredible. Hundreds of colorful butterflies flying in the meadow. Little Bear looking at butterflies in Goldilocks and the Three Bears Story. Little Bear looking at butterflies. One of the favorite activities of the bear cub was running after butterflies. But he could hardly do this because the butterflies only come to the meadow in the spring. Baby Bear said, "Please, please, please, can we go out before breakfast, Mom? There are many butterflies. I have never seen so many butterflies together. I have to go out now. Can we go please?" Mama Bear said, "Very well, dear." Daddy Bear said, "So I put the porridge in the dishes to cool down so that we can eat it when we come back." Dad poured porridge into 3 bowls and carefully placed it on the table. Then the 3 bears of our story closed the door with a loud noise and left their beautiful hut empty. Near the bear's hut, there lived a carpenter. He had a beautiful daughter. This girl's hair had a bright golden color. That's why they named her Goldilocks. Goldilocks was a very sweet girl, but she had a curious spirit that sometimes put her in danger. Once, out of curiosity, Goldilocks had looked for forest animals and was close to being eaten by wolves. Another day, she took one of the eggs of an eagle from its nest. This act of Goldilocks made the eagle very angry. To such an extent that the eagle had pecked Goldilocks's head several times. On this particular morning, Goldilocks was taking a message to her father when suddenly her yes fell on the bear's hut. She thought to herself, "What a lovely little cottage, I wonder who lives here." Without thinking, Goldilocks knocked on the door of the hut several times, but no one answered. Goldilocks, who did not give up, quickly ran to the window and looked inside. She said to herself, "Oh, look at those bowls full of delicious porridge. Too bad no one is here to eat them and enjoy them. I must go inside and eat this porridge so that God forbid this porridge is not wasted." So Goldilocks opened the entrance door and went inside the house. Right in front of her was a fireplace with a big fire. There was a kitchen table next to the fire, and 3 bowls of delicious porridge were arranged neatly on the table. There was a big bowl, a medium bowl and a small bowl on the table. Next to each bowl, there was a spoon of the same size and a chair in front of it. Goldilocks first sat on a big chair. This chair was so big that Goldilocks's feet did not reach the ground. She came forward, and took the big spoon and tasted a spoonful of porridge inside the big bowl. She shouted, "Oh no! This is very salty." Goldilocks then sat on the medium chair, picked up the medium spoon and tasted the porridge in the medium bowl. She shouted, "Oh no! This is so bland." Goldilocks sat on a small chair, took the small spoon and tasted the porridge inside the smallest bowl. She shouted, "Oh yes! This one is delicious." Suddenly there was a loud crack. The small chair, which was too small for Goldilocks, broke under her weight. The small bowl went up in the air and the porridge quickly splashed on the wall. Goldilocks said to herself, "Oh, well, I ate a lot of porridge and now I'm very sleepy." Goldilocks, who was now very tired, went upstairs. In front of him, 3 beds were arranged in a row, large, medium and small. First, Goldilocks tried the big bed. She shouted, "Oh no! This bed is very firm. So Goldilocks got up from the big bed and went to the middle bed without arranging the sheets. She shouted, "Oh no! This bed is very soft." Goldilocks got out of the medium bed, left the sheets as messy as they were, and lay down on the small bed. She shouted, "Oh yes! This one is correct." Goldilocks yawned, threw the blanket over herself and fell into a deep sleep. About 20 minutes passed and the three bears returned home from the meadow. Papa Bear shouted, "Oh merciful God! What happened in this cottage? Who ate my delicious porridge?" Daddy Bear looked very angry. Mama Bear walked over to the table, picked up her bowl and examined it carefully. She growled through his large and very sharp teeth. "And who ate my porridge?" The little bear cried, "Mom, Dad, look. My chair is broken, my bowl is empty and my porridge is splashed on the wall." The three bears got angry. They immediately went to search the hut and find the intruder. They searched every nook and cranny downstairs for clues but found nothing. Papa Bear whispered, "Follow me." And he slowly crossed the corridor and went up the stairs. When he reached the top of the stairs, he stopped and looked at the three beds with surprise. Papa Bear roared, "Who slept in my bed?" Mama Bear quickly walked over, took a quick look at her sheets and said, "And who slept in my bed?" The little bear looked at his bed and whispered, "Dad, a little girl is lying in my bed." Daddy Bear answered triumphantly, "Aha! This must be the rude intruder. I will eat her immediately to punish this disrespect." Goldilocks woke up slowly. When Goldilocks saw three big bears staring at her, she quickly got up, jumped from the bed and jumped out of the window of the room that was open. Before the bears get to her, there was a sewer pipe outside the window. Goldilocks grabbed the sewer pipe with both his hands, slipped from it and then ran towards the house with all the speed she could while the bears were looking at her from the bedroom window in surprise. Goldilocks arrived home wet with sweat. The carpenter said, "Goldilocks, my dear girl, did you collect the eggs from Mrs. Brown's farm as I asked you to?" "No, Dad, I got distracted." The carpenter sighed, "Oh no, Goldilocks, what did you do this time?" "Dad, I found an empty cottage with 3 bowls of porridge on the table, so I went in and treated myself." Goldilocks' dad being mad and Goldilocks and the three bears story. "What did you do?" "I'm sorry, Dad. I am really sorry. I didn't know bears live there. I really did not intend to break the chair or splash porridge on the wall." The carpenter looked at Goldilocks and said, "I am really disappointed with your behavior. How do you want to compensate for this bad work?" Goldilocks was silent for a moment and thought. Finally she said, "Dad, maybe if I write them a letter and apologize, they will forgive me. Of course, I think the little bear needs a new chair. And of course I have to replace the porridge I ate." The carpenter smiled and said, "This is a very good idea." In the following days, Goldilocks wrote a letter of apology and, with the help of her father, carefully made a new seat for the baby bear. She also collected his allowance money so that she could buy enough grains and cook porridge. When everything was ready, Goldilocks took all the things and headed towards the bear's hut in the meadow. This time she knocked on the door and waited for them to open it for her. Doors opened. Daddy Bear roared and said, "It's you again." Hearing this, the mother bear and the baby bear angrily came to the door. The baby bear shouted, "Hurry up, eat this rude girl, Daddy." Goldilocks answered, "Wait. I came to say I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong. I should never have entered your house without permission and touched your things. I wrote a letter to say how sorry I was. I made a new chair for Baby Bear and I brought you a big bowl of porridge with oats." The bears looked at each other. Mama Bear said, "Dear girl, this is a very sweet thing you did. We will definitely accept your apology." Goldilocks replied, "Thank you very very much. You must be happy that the bears didn't eat Goldilocks. She had really learned a good lesson." Goldilocks regretted her thoughtlessness and promised herself from that day on that he would be kind and polite to everyone she met. And of course this was not the end of the story. Goldilocks and three cute bears soon became best friends. They run together after butterflies and eat delicious porridge. Golden Hair and three bears will remain kind and close friends until the end of their lives.